What's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining another video. Today I'm going to be tying a woolly bugger pattern, one that I refer to as because trout hate purple. So if you haven't figured it out, well, now you know. So in the vise, I have a size 10 streamer hook. This is a 3X long one, give me an extra long shank. This is accompanied by a 3.2 millimeter purple brass bead. And for my thread, I'm using a black 70 denier UTC. So to get things started, I'm just gonna start my thread base right behind the bead of the fly here. And then I'm just gonna wind my way back towards just before the bend of the hook. For the tail, I'm actually going to be using two colors of marabou, black and purple. The bottom portion, or bottom half of the tail, I guess you can say, is going to be in the color black. So I've got some material, just some pre-prepped here, and I'm just going to lay that down roughly about a hook shank's length. Yeah, that looks all right. And then for the top half, I'm just going to grab some of this purple marabou. Which I didn't have prepped. Looks good there, and then a nice pinch wrap will keep it right on top of the black marabou. And I'm going to wind it and bind it almost to the bead. For the flash, I'm going to be using it's a Uni-Mylar material in pearl. And I'm just going to put one strand of this on each side. I think it gives it a little bit of a different look than your typical flash or crystal flash. So I'm just going to leave that on the side there. Going to cut off the excess. Then I'm going to do the other side. So I just did, 3 securing wraps on each, just to make sure I have them in the position that I want. And then once I do is I'll firmly hold it in my left hand here, and then I'll take some firmer wraps working back towards the tail. And now these these on the end, I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but I leave them a bit longer than the tail. And then just to give it a little bit something different, I'll actually cut it up on an angle to give it more of a, just a little bit of a different look there. Now for the hackle, I'm going to be using the Whiting Farms Bugger pack. I mean, I can't speak highly enough of this pack. I mean, I'll use it on every single woolly bugger pattern. It is phenomenal stuff, and you know, again, I can't speak enough about it, but highly recommend it. And then what I'm going to do is tie it in tip first so that I get some of the smaller fibers at the back of the fly, and then as I wrap forward, I'm going to get some of that longer stuff by closer to the bead or the head of the fly. Now I'm going to wrap about right to the point of the hook there to tie in my body, which I'm just going to use a chenille. I like this one. I think it's medium. It's a no-name. I don't have the proper packaging from the original, but I love it. I think it's a medium. It's got some nice sparkle to it, some nice shine. So I like using this one. And then as most of you know, you just want to trim off the end there so that you leave the raw strings inside there, and that's what we're going to tie in. So now we can start wrapping our chenille. Now in lieu of doing a super glue underbody, I pull fairly tight on the chenille, and I find that that works just as well, keeps it durable. So I'll sort of wrap, and then when I get here, I'll pull it. I'll secure that in. Then we're ready to wrap our hackle. So I'll do one full turn at the tail. So I just had some trapped fibers from when I did the initial wrap there. So just picked it out with the bodkin. Then I'm going to work my way to the front of the fly with some evenly spaced wraps. And then like I do with all my buggers, I'm going to do 2 or 3 in the front here give it a nice collar. I'll just secure that in. Okay, so once we got that secured in, just gonna sweep the fibers back, do some thread wraps, which kind of helps push them backwards. I think it gives it a nice little look. Ready for a whip finish. Now you can come with your bodkin and undo any trap fibers you may have completed like I did. Trap some fibers. But that's it, folks. That is the "'Cause Trout Hate Purple" woolly bugger. Thanks for watching. Hope you give it a shot. Tune into the next video. Thanks, guys. Cheers.